Today we're taking a look at the Sacramento Kings vs Dallas Mavericks match, which is happening on Sunday, April 18, 2021, and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. The Sacramento Kings continue their freefall to the bottom of the Western Conference. Can they break their fall Sunday against the Dallas Mavericks? The Kings have lost 9 straight and are 22-34, while the Mavericks are 30-25, 7th in the Western Conference. We're down the home stretch of the season, and the 7th place Mavericks need wins. A Friday night showdown at home against the Knicks didn't prove fruitful, so Dallas will now turn its attention to the Sacramento Kings, who are at no man's land in the Western Conference, not quite at the bottom but not close enough to the 10th spot where they're a real threat to make it. So here's my first betting suggestion for that game. It's been pretty hard to get a read on the Kings all season, but that hasn't been the case as of late. Sacramento used to surprise you with some big wins and exciting performances, but now that it's having such a hard time scoring, it's been easy to rule that out. Dallas defense has been so good lately that I don't see things changing for the Kings on offense on Sunday. It should be able to get back to dominating on that end, and with all due respect to Whiteside, it should be able to take advantage of a depleted Kings frontcourt to win the rebounding battle. The Sacramento Kings have not only lost 9 straight games, but they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 11 points while allowing 52% shooting from the field. The Dallas Mavericks haven't been the hottest team in the world lately either, but they have the offense to add to the Kings' issues and do shoot 47.4% from the field in the favorite role. My first betting advice for that game is to pick Dallas Mavericks -8. The Kings have struggled to play defense all season. That's nothing new. What is new is the fact that they now can't score the basketball. Sacramento sits 26th in defensive rating over the past 10 games and 23rd on offense, according to NBA.com. For months, the Kings were trending towards the worst defensive rating in NBA history. But at least their offense was percolating, with Buddy Hield and Tyrese Halliburton drilling 3-point shots. It appears the lack of effort has caught up with this offense and tired it out, and as a result the Kings have fallen on hard times. Sacramento's lost 9 in a row, and along the way it lost big man Richaun Holmes to a hamstring injury. Holmes is currently day-to-day and Marvin Bagley is still out with a hand injury, so it's been Hassan Whiteside taking the bulk of the minutes at center. The Sacramento Kings have lost 9 games in a row to fall to 22-34. It's kind of shocking because they had been considered an up-and-coming team with a lot of good young players. If you do the math, they were 22-25 before this losing streak started, which put them in the thick of the race for the final play-in spots. But now they are in the thick of things for the top lottery pick. Losing key members of your frontcourt isn't exactly the best entering a game against Kristaps Porzingis and a team that's posted a really solid 74.4% rebounding rate over its last 5 games. The only nice thing I can say about the Kings over their 9-game losing streak is that De'Aaron Fox and Hield have looked really good. Fox has averaged 27.3 points over the span, and Hield shot 38.8% from 3-point land. Harrison Barnes has also shot almost 50% from the field. As it's been all season, though, Sacramento has lacked scoring aside from these 3. Holmes had begun to make an impact in that column, but now he's gone. The Kings are coming off a loss at Phoenix on Thursday, 122-114. The Kings shot 55% from the floor and 46% from 3, but it wasn't enough. De'Aaron Fox led the Kings with 27 points and 8 assists. Buddy Hield added 24 points while Delon Wright had 16 points. Harrison Barnes added 14 points and Tyrese Halliburton tossed in 12 points. Richaun Holmes is questionable for Sunday. The Mavericks are in crunch time right now. With Dallas currently occupying the 7th spot in the Western Conference, it's in line to enter the league's spring play-in tournament as the top team, though it could always just fall down on its luck and lose 2 straight to miss the postseason. Doncic was critical of the format last week, and it's hard to blame him. Traditionally, the 7th seed would be locked into a best-of-7 series, but it's now forced to win one of 2 games to earn a spot in the postseason. That's the reality Dallas is facing right now. It's scratching and clawing for wins, trying to clear the 2 games needed to overtake the Trail Blazers for 6th seed. The Dallas Mavericks have lost 3 of their last 4 games and are a Luka Doncic buzzer beater away from being on a 4-game losing streak. The Mavericks are now 30-25 and are 7th in the Western Conference. As the top 6 teams avoid the play-in tournament, Mavericks want a finish string to see if they can catch the 6th-place Portland Trail Blazers. It didn't scratch and claw enough on Friday against the Knicks. The Mavs shot just 33% from 3 and were out-rebounded 45-41. The other disappointment would be the defense, which had made such great strides over the last few weeks but allowed 117 to Julius Randle and company. Even with that loss, Dallas still ranks 8th in defensive efficiency over the past 10 games, according to NBA.com. It's really put the clamps down on some very strong offenses like the Sixers, Grizzlies, and Jazz. The Mavericks will surely be glad to see the Kings, who can't rebound or score. Given those are really the only things holding them back of late, Dallas will be doubly glad because the timing couldn't be better. It's also worth noting that the Mavericks are only 3 games ahead of the Warriors, who lost in Boston on Saturday night. If Dallas slips into that position, its season will come down to just 1 game. The Mavericks are coming off a 117-109 loss to the Knicks at home on Friday. The Mavericks only shot 44% from the floor against a tough Knicks defense. Kristaps Porzingis had 23 points and 12 rebounds against his former team but only shot 8 of 20 from the floor. Doncic had 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 19 assists while former Knick Tim Hardaway scored 16 points. Then Mavs are basically injury-free. So here's my second betting suggestion for that game. The Kings are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 road games and 1-5 ATS in their last 6 games overall. The Mavericks are 1-4 ATS in their last 5 Sunday games and 0-4 ATS in their last 4 games overall. The under is 14-6 in Kings' last 20 overall. The under is 19-8 in Mavericks' last 27 overall. The Kings are 5-1 ATS in the last 6 meetings in Dallas and 18-7-1 ATS in the last 26 meetings. The Dallas Mavericks need a win after losing 4 of their last 6 games. The Dallas Mavericks are averaging 111.3 points on 46.7% shooting and allowing 109.8 points on 45.6% shooting. Luka Doncic is averaging 28.4 points and 8.8 assists while Kristaps Porzingis is averaging 20.8 points and 9.4 rebounds. Tim Hardaway Jr. is the 3rd double-digit scorer and Jalen Brunson is grabbing 3.6 rebounds. The Dallas Mavericks are shooting 35.8% from beyond the arc and 77.8% from the free throw line. The Dallas Mavericks are allowing 36.4% shooting from deep and are grabbing 43.6 rebounds per game. My second betting advice for that game is to pick over. Now for some stats and trends. Kings are 14-14 on the road ATS. Mavericks are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 after scoring 100 points or more in their previous game. Mavericks are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 games overall. Mavericks are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 when their opponent scores 100 points or more in their previous game. Mavericks are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 after allowing 100 points or more in their previous game. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.